Welcome guys to another YouTube video. On this YouTube guys, we're gonna look at entries confirmation guys. You know, as your week start ahead, you need to plan for your trade. You need to have a plan which you're gonna follow. You need to make plan of your analysis and how you're gonna execute those plans. You know, there's a say that say whoever fails to plan, that person is already planning to fail. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also leave your comment in the comment section of which video you want us to make. So guys, let's start first by planning for the week. So on this week, we'll be looking at the XY as the dollar strength index and a GBP USD, which is a related pair to dollar. You know guys, we must plan because we won't enter market blinding. We won't enter a market with our eyes closed. So we need to look carefully into the chart. We need to look carefully for our confirmation. Which pattern do we have? Is market at support? Do we have a price candle confirmation? Do we have a rejection candle confirmation? Is price at support? Do we have a pattern inside the pattern before we enter our trade guys? So let's go deep in this video guys, because it's not about just buying and selling, pressing that buy button and pressing that sell button. You need to know why do you press that sell before you even sell. You need to know why do you press that buy button before you buy. So for you to understand the video, please look carefully at this picture so you understand why I did take the buy.
Okay, before we start our week now, we're gonna look on DXY because we'll be trading pairs that are related to dollar. So we need to see the strength of dollar before we can do anything. As we can see, dollar made a highest high. So now the chances that we have is that dollar is need to move to fill up this gap. It need to move. So for the next coming months or whatsoever, dollar meaning it's gonna be strong. We're expecting dollar to be strong. So any pair that is related to dollar, maybe there's a high chance that they're gonna be weak. Let's say for if dollar is strong, has like, let me do this. So if dollar is becoming strong, let's say GBP USD will be selling and USD CAD will be buying. So if dollar becomes strong, any pair that end with USD will be selling. Any pair that's starting with USD CAD will be buying because dollar is strong. So we can see now we're in this range here, where this impulse from here, and market was still playing inside here. So it gave a double bottom here and started shooting up, breaking this high out of the range. So now it might still retest here and continue going up. So those are possibilities of us just focusing on what's gonna happen with dollar. So let's dive deep to weekly. Let's see on weekly what's happening on a weekly time frame. So on weekly time frame, we can see, okay, dollar, it was pushing up. Okay, let me draw that nicely. We can see, okay, dollar, it was pushing up. Making a high, higher low, breaking this previous high, making a new higher high, and coming back, making a new higher low. So it moving with market structure. So from here, it might go up, break this high, come back and make a new higher low. That's how we forecasting dollar movement. But now we have to look for probability and possibility. So again, I can see we might have a start of a head and shoulder pattern, but this one is not yet confirmed. It's not yet confirmed because it's still playing around. So this is just another possibility that we might have. This is another possibility that we might have, maybe for a dollar to retest on this neckline. It might give us a head and shoulder before it can start continue going up. So let's go on a daily time frame to see what's really happening. So we can see on a daily time frame, this is what's happening with dollar. This was happening with dollar. So we can see here we had a zone because it acted as resistance and now it's acting as support. This is a zone because it was resistance here. Market went down, it came and broke this resistance, and here started retesting and it got support to go up, and it came back giving us a double bottom here. So now it's a strong resistance. So now we have to build confirmations. So as we can see, at this level here, where a correction, so market was failing to cross this zone here, where a correction here. So we can see where the impulse, for me, this was an impulse and a correction, and that correction gave us a double bottom as a confirmation that, okay, now I'm shooting out, and it did shoot out, come and retest at this zone and started shooting up, making another impulse. So this was an impulse, correction, and continuation. And now again, it's doing the same thing. Now again, it's doing what? It's doing the same thing again. So it's doing a bigger version of what it did here. It's doing a bigger version of what it did there. So let's see. So now we're building confirmations of us taking entries. Now we're building confirmation of us taking an entry. So we can see this is a bigger version of this one here. You can see where this impulse correction, and it's giving us a double bottom. It's giving us a double bottom inside our falling channel. So now let's check confirmations that, okay, are we clear to buy? Are we clear to buy dollar? Are we clear to buy dollar? So if you can see, remember, as I said, we had our first confirmation is that our resistance turned into a support. That is the first confirmation. Okay, if we say, okay, why are we buying? So we make notes. Okay, we buying because our resistance tend to support. It tend to support. Our resistance tend to support. Why are we buying? We're in a correction. We're in a correction. So after correction, we're expecting impulse. Another confirmation is that we have a double bottom. Double bottom. Another confirmation that I see whether a bullish morning star. We have a bullish morning star. So what I mean about bullish morning star, if you can check this 3 candlesticks. So a bullish morning star, it will be a bullish morning star. We find it at the end of a bearish market. So it will be a large bearish candlestick and a doji and a bullish candlestick must be at least 50% of the bearish candlestick. So we can see we have confirmations. Okay, we're gonna buy here. So, but okay, let's go on a 4 hour and 1 hour to look for our entries. Let's go on 4 hour and 1 hour to look at our entries. So we can see, okay, now we're moving. This is, again, we have another double bottom on a 4 hour. So what we can do, we can safely say, okay, this here, this is the level that we need to look out for. So we can say, okay, now is at this level. So this is the, from here, it makes a higher high. So it's coming back to make a higher low, violating this previous level, violating this level, violating this level here, violating this level here. So we can see from this double bottom, it went, now it's retesting here. So we know we're buying low to sell high. So this will be a safe entry for us. That will be a safe entry for us. But now we are still in a downtrend. This is a downtrend channel. We're still in a downtrend channel. And if we have to cater, we have another level here. We have another level here. So if you want to be more conservative and to take like a most confirmed entry, because we are still in a downtrend channel, you might wait for a market to break and come retest here. At the, this would be a confluence zone. So if you want a safe entry now, you know, okay, I'm confirmed that I'm going for buying opportunities. You might wait for a market to break out of this downtrend channel to come and retest here at the confluence zone. So you can start going, you can start looking for those buying opportunities. But even here is still another entry. So it depends how you're gonna manage it. So maybe you can take another entry and maybe your exit will be here. Or from here you can trail in your stop loss. So now we need to go and look on 1 hour. So I'm just marking this level whereby market might retest. Market might retest. So let's go on a 1 hour. Okay, on 1 hour. Okay, we can see market is being pushing up, but it was not that impulsive. It was not impulsive, like it didn't have enough strength to go up because the buying pressure was still around here. The buying pressure was still around it. The minute it checked, the minute it started to break this high, the minute it started to break here, this level here, that's when I think sellers saw that, okay, we're no longer able to sell this market because we can see when it started here, then it shows that buyers were gaining momentum. That you can see from here, there was no enough bullish candlesticks. But when it got here, the buying pressure was high. The buyers came in. Buyers came in. We can see with this engulfing candlestick here, this bullish one, engulfing this one, we can see that, okay, most of the people, they were waiting for a market to break this level. And that's when they started maybe to buy hard, or they had pending orders above this level. You can see when it got here, it got a momentum after this retest of a bearish candle, like it did close with a strong bullish. So we can say, okay, this was an impulse candle. So now it's giving us another retest. So we might expect market to shoot out. So that's what we have on a dollar. Anything you wanna ask, Nico?
No, I. We sorry the way sharp for now.
Okay, let's check any pair that is related to dollar and confirm what we see here. GBP USD, GBP USD. Yeah. Let's start on a monthly. Okay, let me remove all the phone. Okay, GBP USD make the lowest low here. This was the lowest low, but let me cater for this first, second, and this will be a dead touch. So we're still trapped inside here. We're still trapped inside here with GBP USD. So going up, I don't know how long it will take, or it will continue going down, because we can see where this impulse, from here, this was an impulse and it started ranging. Okay, because we left with 10 minutes, let me try to be quick. And it broke out retest and it was playing inside there. So let's see what's happening. Let's go on a weekly. So on a weekly, I can say we're gonna have an inverse head and shoulder. I can say we're gonna have an inverse head and shoulder here.
All right, yes, there, I can see it.
Remember on dollar we had a head and shoulder. Here I can say we're gonna have inverse head and shoulder. This will be the left shoulder, this will be the head. Now it will form a right shoulder. But for me, I will expect it if it will break here. If it will break and retest, then it will be confirmed inverse head and shoulder. It will be a confirmed inverse head and shoulder.
So where can we mark it? Like 1.124.
For the,
can you mark it for me? Yes, yeah. For the head and shoulder confirmation.
124.
124. Ne?
Let me make a line. Because you can see if it's still below this zone, it's not a confirmed one. Because from here,
yes,
because it's still below it might go down again and form a double bottom. To form a double bottom, it might go down. But the minute it breaks here and comes back here, that's when I will say, okay, it's a confirmed. And I can see maybe it might, because you can see it's still in a downtrend. It's still in a downtrend. So yeah, it's still in a downtrend. So if it breaks here and come and retest and also breaking out of this downtrend, it will be a high probability
problem.
trade. But once the minute is still inside this, for me, it's not a high probability trade. Like it doesn't give me enough confirmations. Doesn't give me enough confirmations to take it as a high probability. So let's go on a daily. Let's see what's happening on a daily. So on a daily, I see another inverse head and shoulder inside a inverse head and shoulder. Okay, that the one on the weekly is not yet confirmed, but this one on the daily it is confirmed. So if the one on the weekly will be the same with this one on a daily, then it will be a high probability trade because we can see it already broke this resistance downtrend channel. So we can see this is the left shoulder. This is the left shoulder here. This was our left shoulder. This was our head. It broke and gave a retest, forming a right shoulder. So from here, we might expect it to break this neckline, come and retest. So once it retests, we are safe to take our entries to this level. Or if we can say
this will be our first TP.
This will be our target because we can see is a resistance zone, and we can see even if it doesn't break out, but we can see we're still under a resistant downtrend. So it might even maybe come to this level here. To safe say we might come here to retest this trend line, downtrend trend line. So if we can do a pattern projection, we can say perfect. You see how perfect it is. So this will be our take profit. This will be our take profit. So, but let's go on a daily. Let's go on a 4 hour. Let's go on a 4 hour and see. But you can see we are still in down here, so it's not that confirmed because let's check on a 4 hour. Let's see what's happening on a 4 hour. Where a correction here. Where a correction. Remember, I always say when you have a correction and at a breakout, where do we target? 90% rule. Check. Even if this was influenced by news, check where it did. Even if this was influenced by news, this bullish candle, even if it was news, but people, because traders, they know is a 90% rule. That's why it got here. They started taking out their profit because it has reached 90%. That's why after every impulse, correction, and continuation, we expect at least market to go 90% of the beginning of a correction. And that's where it did reverse eventually.
Exactly, and it went exactly the way.
Went exactly the way. Where's my chart now? Where's my chart? So now we can see we have another. So on a video that I'm gonna make, I want to make a video of how to trade correction, news correction. how to trade news correction. That's another video
Okay.
I'm planning to make.
No, let's do it during the week.
Yeah, I will make a video of how to trade correction, news correction. So we
Okay.
can see now we have another confirmation of a sell of a
Bye.
buy. Another confirmation of a buy.
But which on a Tsepo,
Yebo?
on a bigger time frames, ne?
Yeah.
I just want to see the target.
On a bigger time
Okay,
frame.
okay. No, I can see it. Even I can see it. It's still the same target, miss.
Yeah, it's still the same target. Yeah, it's still
because of our 90% rule.
Yeah, still the same target. But because of the, I think because of the news, the time I was looking at this, we had this so here before the news kicked in.
Okay.
It was selling before the news kicked in. So it might go back. Maybe it might come back here. Because if you can check because of this, let me do this. You can see where the double bottom top here, yeah, at a resistance and it was going down. So okay, with that less than 1 minute, let me do this. I can safely say here it was selling before the news kicked in. Before the news kicked in.
That was before the news, right?
Yeah, it was before the news. So we can see we have a impulse correction, and it gave us a double top. So it might. I was actually expecting it to come here before we can start with the buying. So let's quickly go on 1 hour. Let's quickly go on 1 hour.